My wife wants to come back, but her parents are not allowing her. She really wants to be with me, but my wife's parents are interfering with our marriage. My father-in-law is the biggest obstacle to our marriage because he is stopping her from coming back. If these are the thoughts which you have on your mind for you not having a great marriage, for your separation, then you must watch this video. Hi, Coach Val here. And what I said earlier about my wife wants to come back, but her parents are interfering is one of the most common statements that I hear from men that I interact with, from husbands that reach out to me. And probably you have the same question in your mind. If you have it, in this video, I'm going to burst that myth. That's right, it is a myth. It is a false belief that you have in your mind. Once I burst that myth, I'm going to give you 3 tips to work on your marriage. But before I do that, one thing I want you to be sure of is you are here to make your marriage awesome. And that's the only reason you want to watch this video. And if you are like many other men who are here to figure out who is wrong and who is right, and how do you blame your wife and how her parents are wrong, then you are in the wrong place. Please don't watch this video. So I believe that you are somebody who is here with an open mind and you want to learn. With those thoughts, let's get in. So the myth, let me burst this myth for you. I want you to sit comfortably, take a step back. Probably you can close your eyes and imagine that you have a daughter. And probably you have a daughter. So whether you have a daughter or not, I just want you to imagine that you have a daughter. She's grown up, she's married to somebody, and her husband has learned relationship science. They have got out of the power struggle stage. You can learn about power struggle stage in one of my master classes where I talk in detail about it. I'll give you the link to attend the master class. But for now, understand that power struggle stage is a stage that comes after the romance stage. Okay, in simple terms, it's a no love stage. So there is a husband who has learned, her husband, your daughter's husband, has gone through this coaching. He has got out of the power struggle stage and they are in mature love stage. In other words, they're married for a few years. There's a lot of love in their relationship. There is a lot of understanding. There is a lot of care, and they really take care of each other. And for one festival, your daughter comes to your house. And when she's over to your house, she's telling you all the good things about her husband. He's such a wonderful guy. There is so much of appreciation. Whenever there is a hurt, they both of them apologize. Is a wonderful human being. And even you have experienced the same. And now when she comes over to your house for a few days, my question is, would you stop her from going back? Will you stop her from going back? If she is having a great marriage, and now would you want to destroy a marriage which is going great? No, right? It's the same with your in-laws. Even they don't want to destroy their daughter's marriage. Then why are they stopping her from going back? They're stopping her from going back because your marriage is stuck in power struggle stage. And when we are stuck in power struggle stage, we are not loving to our spouse, and our spouse is not loving towards us. But what happens is our brain cannot figure out how we are not loving towards our spouse, but we can easily figure out how our spouse is not loving towards us. And in other words, it creates a negative loop of action and reaction, both are negative. So when she has gone over to her place and people are asking her, or when she has gone to a place with hurt and intentionally she has left you, and when our parents ask her, she's going to tell them all the things that have happened that have gone wrong in your marriage. And they feel that if they send the daughter back, if they allow their daughter to go back, the things will continue. Things will go from bad to worse. They are scared because they love their daughter. And probably if you were in their place, you would have done the same because you love your daughter. So that is the first thing I would like you to understand, that your wife's parents will never ever stop her when they believe that the man she is married to is taking care of her right now. They will never ever stop her. So that's what I would like you to understand if you want to turn your marriage around. So from today onwards, please get this out of your mind that your in-laws are stopping her. What is happening out there is they do not want to send her back because they think that by stopping her from going back, they are actually helping her. So what do you do? There are three tips I want to give after you have understood this fact. The first one is, don't get on the ego ride. What is an ego ride? Ego ride is, yeah, I did that because she did that. Yeah, she's telling her parents that my parents are like this because of what she did to them. Now that's an ego ride. And every man who has a miserable marriage thinks like that, because everything in our lives begins with a thought. It begins with a thought. So if you have these kinds of thoughts, and these are the exact thoughts miserable husbands have, miserable wives have, you just check it out. Just go out there, talk to a miserable husband whose marriage is not going great. Either they are fighting, or they're not having any physical intimacy, there is no emotional intimacy, or that man's wife has left him. You talk to that man and he'll figure out that that's exact language he uses. It's an ego ride. My parents are great, but her parents. My parents have done this much, but her parents. Now that is never ever going to make your marriage awesome. So don't get into the ego ride. And if you are on this ego ride, get out of it. That's the first step. And before I give you the second and the third tip, if you have not subscribed to this channel, or if you have not pressed that bell icon, just go ahead, subscribe to this channel, because every week I put up at least 2 videos. So subscribe to this channel, press the bell icon, and also click on the like button if you like liking the video so far. So let's continue. The second thing is, use her parents as your allies. Use her parents as your allies. I have a coaching program called Awesome Marriage Coaching Program, which runs for a few months. It is a program where I help the man to turn his marriage around single-handedly. And it's an amazing process which is rooted in relationship science. And as the men go through this process, there are certain steps they have to take, there are certain things they have to learn from the field of relationship science. And as they go through this process, suddenly what happens is there's a total shift in in his wife's parents' mind. Like suddenly, like I remember one of the husbands on our hub, and he shared with us. He said that before he got into the program, he felt that the biggest enemy of their marriage is his father-in-law. He's stopping up. But once he got into the program, he learned the science, he understood what happened, he understood how he needs to talk, what he needs to do. And once he understood that, he did exactly that. And today he says that he's just few months into the program, and he says this. He says that my, you know, my in-laws are calling me up and telling me not to give up on this marriage, not to give up on this marriage. And there is a shift that's happening in the wife as well. Now that is the power of you making them your allies, because when they feel that their son-in-law is such a wonderful man, such caring person, they don't want their daughter to divorce that man. They have no reason to make their daughter to divorce that man. So the second thing is, make them your friends. And the third one is, through your behavior, win them over. Win them over. It could be, there are two ways you can win them over. The first way is the way you treat your wife. I know that she is separated. I know that she doesn't want to come back. She has blocked you. I understand. But imagine you working on yourself, you becoming that amazing person. And there's nothing in the world that can stop you from going to their house. And when you go to their house, and because you have worked on yourself, because you can manage your emotions of anger, manage your emotions of your manage your reactions, the way you behave is totally different. And when they see that, they themselves will feel that, wow, when he came, we were so angry that we didn't respect him, but he was amazing. That will give them a sense that, wow, this guy has changed. Is nothing like what our daughter told us about. That's the way. That's the first way. The second way that I've seen is you taking care of them in small ways. You just have to think, and you might find ways. I remember one of the awesome men talking about this story where his father-in-law or mother-in-law is down with some sickness, and he hurried for the best doctor. Now, what is the message he's passing on? And they're separated at this moment. What is the message he's passing on through his behavior? That he still cares for them. He still cares for them. Now, that is the way to go about. So, I want you to go to the comment section right now and write in the comment section what is the one thing that you have learned, because it's all about insights. It's all about bringing love back. Because the only way you can win over your in laws, the only way you can win your wife's heart is through love. And when I'm talking about love, I'm not talking about that teenage love. I'm not even talking about that romance love. I'm talking about mature love. So please go ahead, write in the comment section what's the one thing that you liked. And if you're interested in knowing more about this relationship coaching program called Awesome Marriage Coaching Program, exclusively for husbands, then go to coachval.co, that is COACH val, VAL.co, and sign up for a masterclass. It's a free masterclass as an introduction to Awesome Marriage Coaching Program. So please go ahead, sign up for that masterclass, and I'll see you at one of the classes that I'm going to do in the coming week. And before we leave, if you think that this video applies to somebody out there, a male friend of yours who must watch this video, then please forward it to him and save his marriage. Because they say in India, marriage is not between two individuals, marriage is between two families. So when a marriage falls apart, it is not the two individuals suffer, it's the two families. And not only two families, but the children of these two individuals. So when you share this video with somebody who needs to hear this and who has the potential to save his marriage, no matter how difficult it is, you are actually doing a service to someone and to someone's love story. So as always, until we connect again, let's keep our love story alive. Bye-bye.